for our national anthem, performed by the Lampasas Badger Band.
Well, the road to a state championship title match is a long and arduous journey. Tonight, one team here will make that destination in Class 4A Division I a reality next week. From Randall Reed Stadium in New Caney, Texas, this is the Class 4A Division I State Semifinals on Texan Live. Tonight, the second-ranked Bulldogs from Carthage meet the sixth-ranked Badgers of Lampasas. Greetings and salutations, one and all. I'm Jason Metco. Pleased to be with you on this Friday night. Jesse Wolf is alongside us as our technical director. Lampasas has not been to this stage in 33 years, and they have never made it to the title game. But this season, they have arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the state, leading a high-powered offense. Ace Whitehead threw for 7 touchdowns and was responsible for all 49 points in the Region 4 title game victory last week over Liberty Hill. Whitehead's numbers are blistering this year, almost 3,900 passing yards, 51 touchdowns through the air. Now, unlike the Bulldogs, this is familiar territory for Carthage. The Badgers are here for the 6th time in the last 7 years. They won the state title 2 years ago. They say defense wins championships. Carthage has certainly done that. So far this season, they've allowed only 10.5 points per game and less than 100 yards in passing and rushing in each contest throughout this season. Carthage was victorious in the Region 3 championship last week by a score of 24-7 over Midlothian Heritage. The winner of this game takes on either Springtown or Waco La Vega next week at AT&T Stadium in Arlington for all the marbles. And we are so glad that you've joined us here this evening on Texan Live. A beautiful night for football. It's in the low 60s right now. Not supposed to get terribly cold. Of course, cold is a relative term, especially in the state of Texas. Lampasas will receive the first half kickoff here, and that means we will see Brennan Phillips about to kick from the right 40-yard line. Carthage tonight in the home whites with red names and numerals. The Badgers this evening, they are in blue with the white helmets, white names and numerals, and white pants. It is a raucous atmosphere, to say the least, here tonight. New Caney ISD, about an hour north of Houston, and we are ready for the kickoff. The winner goes the 4A Division I state championship game next week at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. By the way, last check, Waco La Vega was leading Springtown 7-0. Underway with the semifinals, a short kick that's fielded at the 33-yard line up to the 40 and up to around the 44-yard line. That's where the Badgers will start on offense, led by Ace Whitehead. And again, these numbers are stunning. 237 of 331 this year for 3,867 yards, 51 touchdowns through the air. On the ground, he has 21 touchdowns. But they have not faced a defense like the Bulldogs. In the playoffs, they've surrendered 14, 17, 21, and 7 points. First down out of the gun. Man in motion on first down, now trips left. And the first play of the game is a run for Jack Jerome, who stumbles his way up to the 46. Picks up a gain of roughly 2. Lampasas wasting no time here, second down and 8. And now they'll look to the near sideline to receive the play. Jerome barking orders. Now back in the shotgun, puts Jerome to his left. Second down and 8, play fake. Goes left, off the fingertips at around the 45. Third down on the way now for Lampasas. Bulldogs run a 4-3 primarily. 10 seniors returning from last year's squad. Third down and 8. Whitehead feeling the rush, runs it past the 50. Near sideline to the 46. Should be enough for a first down, and it is for Lampasas. Officially ruled down at the 45. Troy Rogers' team moving from left to right in this first quarter. Whitehead, the tailback Jerome to his right. Feed Jack to the 43. Last year, Lampasas 7-5, 4-1 in the district. They were area finalists. Again, this is the first time Lampasas has been here in 33 years. That's 1986 for those of you scoring at home. Split backs to the gun here for Whitehead on 2nd and 8. And he throws left flat, tipped and almost intercepted around the 35. Pass intended for Brenton Webb. It's the second time we've seen a Lampasas receiver have one in his mitts but can't pull it in. And now a long third down and 8 yet again for Lampasas. Already 1 for 1 on first down. Or third down, I should say. 10:24 to go, opening quarter. Opening drive of the game. Third and 8 for the Badgers. Whitehead feeling the rush, lobs it over the middle, picked off to midfield. Breaking away, King. Javon King. Touchdown, Bulldogs. We told you this Bulldog D was fast and elusive and one of the best in the state. They just showed it right there. Javon King to the house. 6-0, Carthage. Burt Brocker, you got here just in time, my friend.
Yeah, I saw it happening.
How about that start? Brennan Phillips for the point after. Kick on the way. And she is true. 10:07 to go in the first. A pick 6 for Carthage. They lead the Badgers 7-0. More Texas high school football, playoff football edition for you right after this here on Texan Live.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
It's a pick six for Javon King, a senior. PAT good. It's 7-0 in favor of Carthage. Jason Metco and Britt Brocker with you here. New Caney ISD. And you talk about a defense, Bert, that has been phenomenal throughout the course of the season. We mentioned 10.5 points per game. They just helped their own cause there by scoring 6.
Well, and this is a team every year expects to win the state championship. So, they come in here tonight and want to set the tone. And right now they've done that here on this first defensive possession.
Kick away here for Phillips. And we are underway again. And this will bounce at the 5 and trickle into the end zone for a touchback. By the way, for Ace Whitehead, that is his 6th interception this season, which is a rarity. 51 total touchdowns. Correction, that's his 5th. Still small. Maybe Lampasas has a better drive here in store from the 25, the second drive of the contest. Again, the winner will play either Springtown or La Vega.
Of course, that game is streaming live also on TexanLive.com tonight.
We are very busy, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Got 18 of the 20 games throughout the state of Texas streaming.
From the 25, Whitehead and the boys from left to right in the blues and whites. And on first down, it's a give to Jack Jerome, who finds running room past the 35 and up to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down for Lampasas.
Well, and you want to give the big man credit where credit's due. Nice job of getting the seal blocks right there on the inside and creating a running lane. And then, of course, he did the rest of it, bouncing off of 2 or 3 tackles, picking up an extra 4 or 5 yards after first contact.
Down to 9:45 to go in the first. 7-0 Carthage on a pick 6. Put Porter in motion to the right side. Whitehead again, feeding Jerome. Jack through the middle again, up to the 44. Jack Jerome this year, 206 carries coming into the game for 1,351 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Well, and that's what you want to do. You want to pick up that 4, 5, 6, 7 yards on first down, second down. And, of course, keep the chains moving. More importantly, keep the offensive Carthage over there on the sideline.
2nd down and 4. Lampasas in the whites tonight. Whitehead going left and overthrew his intended receiver. Tried to go to Murray. And Whitehead, I think, is feeling pressure, Bert, for the first time in quite a while.
Well, Miles Halton there, it looked like he was going to have a pick there. That ball was thrown behind his receiver, and very, very fortunate it was not picked off. Brings up 3rd down, still manageable, very short here. Opportunity to keep these chains moving, keep that offense out there on the field.
Down to 9:02 to play, first quarter. Lampasas fans in front of us, they made the trek here tonight. Plenty of Carthage fans on the far side, too. Whitehead, blitz coming, escapes. Cutting right, but no further than the 42. That Bulldog D rushing in. And it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Bowman was the one that actually secured the tackle there, but you're right. He had pressure from all sides there on the blitz and did not have time to look downfield. But here you go. Will they go for it on 4th down here?
Well, Whitehead is also the punter. He backs up a little bit and will pooch kick it. Always wary when the quarterback is also the punter. This is a beauty, too. Rolls inside the 5 and down at the 4. That's how you want to do it. So we'll see the Bulldogs on offense for the first time tonight with 8:22 to go in the first. They are led by Kai Horton, who is a 6'4", 220 junior this year. 221 of 362 for 47 through the air. 43 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Also has 1 carry for 4 yards. 5 seniors, 5 juniors, and a sophomore. The offensive starters here for Carthage, who start at their own 4-yard line, moving right to left. Sending a man in motion to the right side. That's Dixon. Shotgun formation for Horton. Looked like moving on the line. Quick throw to the right side where it's caught by Dixon. Breaks the 10. Breaks 15 and still going. And finally taken down at around the 17 or 18-yard line. Cavante Dixon, 61 catches now. He's approaching 1,000 yards this season. He's at 946 and counting.
Well, Dixon did a great job there after first contact. He made 3 people miss and almost broke it and went the distance there.
Up to the 17. And another first down here. Dixon in motion. They'll pitch to the back. And bouncing off of tacklers and up to around the 24-yard line. That's Mason Courtney, 5'10", 185 junior. He's got some miles on the tires this year. 1,344 yards and 14 touchdowns. 2nd and 5 coming up. Courtney to the left in the shotgun formation. Horton with time now going to run up the middle. 35 and first down yardage achieved up to around the 37. Some of the Badger fans a little irate right in front of us.
Yeah, it looked like the defensive end there. That was a heck of a block. I'll just word it like that and keep moving. But I know what they saw, and I was just looking from a different angle. Was not seen on the field, so big pickup right there.
It's another first down here for Carthage. Up 7-0. A pick 6 to start this game from Javon King. Winner goes to the state championship in Arlington next week. Dixon in motion, now whistles and a timeout taken by Carthage. We shall take it with them. 6:50 remains, first quarter. It's Carthage 7 and Lampasas nothing. Back.
It's football time in Texas, and it all starts on Friday night. And no one tackles high school football like Fox Sports Southwest. Original programming.
Spotlight is on the premier match.
We are thrilled to welcome you into Fox Football Friday.
Mobile technology.
Let me give you a look.
The high school scoreboard live.
The best coverage.
Player of
all the way to state. Fox Sports Southwest, your high school football headquarters.
First time out of the game is by Carthage. Got first and 10 here for Carthage, moving right to left, leading 7-0. Dixon in motion to the right side, now dancing in the middle, and they'll give it to him on an end around. 40. Flag comes in, 43. We'll wait for the flag.
Looks like they'll get holding out there on that outside.
And Bird is 1 for 1.
Well, you can't really call it a makeup because the other play picked up 19 yards, but in that case, they saw what we saw up here high in the sky. Of course, been at this stadium many, many times, formerly known as the Texan Drive Stadium, which I was part of, and you know, I was here when there was absolutely nothing here other than the stadium. So Randall Reed, known for a long time, and his organization now picked it up after I left and went and bought my own dealership. So really proud of what this community's done here in this area. 2 great teams here playing tonight.
Horton on 1st and 20 with time. Deep ball over the middle. Leaping catch, Dixon. My heavens.
And I mean, he was absolutely blanketed by Brookerson, but man, he absolutely went up and high pointed that ball. If you notice, he slowed down a little bit. He knew what he was going to do, and then went up and caught that ball at the highest point. Great job by Dixon.
All the way down into Badger territory. They say it's at the 37. 6:15 and counting to go first quarter. Carthage on the move. Horton coming to the line of scrimmage. Single set back. Feed the back. Courtney and trying to bounce off a plethora of tackles. Gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Jason Metco, Burt Brucker, Jesse Wolf technically directing tonight.
Rickerson came in and actually cleaned that play up. He actually bounced off 3 or 4 tackles there. So, you know, had he not come in and cleaned it up, there wasn't much behind that. Good job running hard.
And speaking of running, the clock is running here. 5 1/4 to go. 2nd and 10 now for Carthage. In the red and white tonight. Horton, empty backfield. Fires right, incomplete. Looks a little misdirection, a little bit confused was Courtney. Incomplete, brings up 3rd and 10.
It's another ball right there that could have been picked off. You know, when you go empty backfield, everybody's back there in the back. You got cornerbacks and safeties everywhere. And very fortunate that ball was not picked off. Dax Brookerson again was there real close to having an opportunity to pick that ball off for Lampasas.
See if the Badger D can make a stop on 3rd and 10 from the 37. Man in motion is Williams to the right side. Horton throws left, it's caught. Williams. 1st down yardage down to the 20. This guy's got some talent leaping up and pulling the ball in, Bert.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you're 6'1", 175, and you go up and help your quarterback out like that, that's 2 big catches right now to help this drive stay alive.
Kel Williams with 10 reception touchdowns this year, 47 catches, more than 800 yards entering the ball game. Not officially in the red zone just yet, down to the 21. It's 1st and 10, 4:45 and counting to go in the first stanza. Horton giving it to the back. This is Brown Hoskins, and he has nowhere to go. He's thrusted back for a 1-yard loss. Badger D with Ethan Rasco coming in, the nose tackle. This place seats 8,000, and a good majority of the seats are spoken for here tonight. Not an easy drive for these 2 teams to make it here, but they are here just north of Houston. 2nd down, and we'll call it 10.5. Horton telling Courtney, stand beside me here. Quick throw, going end zone. Touchdown.
No, that ball
incomplete.
Broke up. Yeah.
Oh, man. It was intended for Dixon. Looked like he had it there for just a second, but in any event, it's 3rd down now.
Yeah, Cade White did a great job right there. That ball was actually dead on the money, and White was reading the eyes of the receiver there of Dixon, and actually at the last minute got his arms up there and knocked that ball out. So you got to give Cade White big-time credit for breaking up that touchdown right there.
Badger defense asking their fans to rise to their feet. 3rd and 10 for Carthage. Horton. Left side run here. This is Wade. And now flags come in.
Well, what do you do here? Ball's going to be marked out of bounds around the 18-yard lines. No doubt it's going to be at least 1 holding. There is a 2nd flag down there, so we'll have to see what that is. Do you back them up? Or do you make it 4th down and 8?
This is why I'm not a coach. 2 flags. And we wait for the jurisprudence. Talking it over with the Badger coaching staff here. All right, so we got a hold, and they'll back them up.
Well, where it took place, that'll back them up to 3rd down and 20, and that'll move them all the way back to the 37-yard line. Apologize, 32-yard line.
Still a long way to go here. You need to reach the 12. So it is 3rd and 20.
You do give them an extra down going this way, though. So, like I said, these head coaches, Coach Rogers had a decision to make, and he made it.
3rd and 20 for Carthage. Kai Horton out of the shotgun. Trips right. Play fake Horton. Airs it out. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Almost intercepted by Case Brister, who put a paw on it. Now it's 4th and 20.
Well, and Brister did a nice job right there of going up, and like you said, just getting a hand there, doing what he was supposed to do, just spying there on the quarterback's eyes. And so now, great job by Coach Rogers of backing them up, because they're not in field goal range right now either, so they'll have to look like go for it. 32-yard line, that's just no man's land.
Unless you're Brett Maher. 4th and 20, they're going for it. 3 wide, 2 right. Horton rolling right, throws, and it's incomplete. The defense for Lampasas holds, and now maybe they can use that momentum, Bert, to tie the game.
Well, Cuffey there was the one coming from the right side, putting the pressure on, and just did a nice job. There was actually a receiver open downfield, but did a nice job. Errant pass, and Lampasas gets the first check mark on a 4th down stop here.
3rd drive of the game. The first one resulted in a pick 6. Ace Whitehead and the boys in blue and white start their own 32. Down 7-0, 3:34 to go in the first. Whitehead back to pass. Going for it. Got a man wide open. Caught Porter.
Wow.
Oh, man, he had it. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, Porter.
Jalen Porter's brain is still running.
Yeah.
He had got separation, and what a great pass right there. And just one of those balls, you'll look back. You look at plus and minuses throughout the game, and that right there was going to be a touchdown. Instead, it's a drop pass and brings up 2nd down and 10.
.327 to go, first quarter. Whitehead will feed Jerome, who tumbles his way for a gain of 2. 3rd and long, Bert.
Well, you look through everything. They're running looks like a 42 type offense.
We'll go 4 wide, trips left.
Got man coverage out here on the
empty backfield now. Quick throw to the left side. It's caught by Porter. Porter breaks tackles and has a first down. All the way up to the 47. How about that call on 3rd and 8?
Well, it was a well-executed play. He brings the running back in motion over here to the right side. Kind of rolls out that way himself and then throws it back to a bubble screen on the other side. Good job by both wide receivers getting blocks and keeping this offense out here on the field.
Down to 2.5 to go in the first. Lampasas trying to tie the game. Whitehead dumps it off to the right. Midfield, well, not that far. 49-yard line. The run there for Cameron Everett, a senior, who has 11 carries for 95 yards. Give him 96 carries now. 2 more yards added. Give him 97 this season. It's now 2nd down and 8.
Rayvon Ingram from his Mike linebacker position did a nice job of feeding over and making that tackle for a very short gain.
Gain of 2. Whitehead puts Webb in motion, trips left. Throwing left, low throw, but it's pulled in. Near first down yardage at the 43, and it is enough for a first down for Lampasas. I think the early jitters are settling down now here for the Badgers.
Yeah, just a little sit-down route right there.
1.5 minutes to go in the first. Lampasas down 7. Whitehead takes the shotgun. Hard count. Handoff. Through the gut, Jerome down to the 40. Approaching the final minute of the first.
Rayvon Ingram again there on the tackle.
5'11", 208 senior is Mr. Ingram. 2nd and 7. And passes in the blues tonight. White names and numerals. Carthage in the whites with red numerals. Friendly broadcasting colors. I love it. Whitehead throws it right flat, incomplete, tried to go to Webb. It stops the clock with 33.1 seconds to go in the first. Jason Metco, Burt Brocker, Jesse Wolf, and all of you.
Russell Lambert back in the studio. We got 9 games live tonight, so he's, we got them all over the state tonight, so he's fielding everything back at the home base.
Attaboy Russell. 3rd and 7. Whitehead throwing on the run, has a man wide open. Incomplete. Maybe just a little too tough there to hang on.
No, you can see the receiver over there. That's when he's a little frustrated with himself. But that's a good pass. He had to throw it over the cornerback and kind of just fit that ball in right there and give his receiver a chance to catch it. And let's see if they go for it here. If they try to get, they just trying to get him to jump off sides.
Well, it's 4th and 7.
So, yeah, but if you get a free play there, if they, they get in the neutral zone or whatever.
Well, they're going to go for it, it appears, although Whitehead is the punter, as we mentioned. 4th and 7. Whitehead, sure enough, he'll just kick it down. Last one died within the 5, and this one goes into the end zone for a touchback. 19.7 left, quarter 1. Bulldogs leading on a pick 6 by Javon King, 7-0.
Yeah, and we'll stay here, but that's another play right there. 40-yard punt, but a 20-yard net. Looked like he had options there. It looked like if the receiver had broke open, he could throw the ball. Like you said, he plays quarterback and punter, so in that case, that play was not there, and so went ahead and punted it downfield, did Whitehead, but that's one he'd like to probably taken a little bit more off of. Look up high in the sky here. That is a full moon on Friday the 13th.
Maybe a bad moon rising for somebody tonight. Waco La Vega leading Springtown 20-7 in the second quarter. That's also on Texan Live tonight. Kai Horton starts this drive from the 20. And on first down, a run. Bouncing off a myriad of tacklers, but not very far that time. Slowly rising to his feet is Mason Courtney, and that will be the last play of the first quarter, a loss of 1. 1 quarter in the books from New Caney ISD. And it is the Bulldogs of Carthage 7 and the Badgers of Lampasas nothing. This is the Class 4A Division I State Semifinals live on Texan Live. Out-of-town scoreboard here this evening. There are a myriad of games going on. 5A Division I, the Sharks of Shadow Creek leading San Antonio Wagner 7-0. That game is at the Alamo Dome tonight. 4A Division II, Texarkana Pleasant Grove leading Midland Greenwood 20-3. That's in the second quarter. Wimberley and Silsbee. Wimberley leading 7-3. 3A Division I, Grandview 14-0 lead on Columbus. More scores to follow. Carthage starts second down and 11. They lead 7-0. Horton, pitch, Dixon. Now they'll run on the near side. 40 to midfield. And still trucking along is Courtney. There's a statement to start the second quarter.
Well, that was a very, very well set up play. Fakes over to the left side and had absolutely a house full of people out there leading the way, did Mason Courtney. But nice job by him of, again, picking up an extra 8 to 10 yards after first contact and just keeping those feet turning and running over people.
To the 43 of the Badgers. 11:48 to go until the half. Now whistles at a timeout taken by Carthage.
That's their second.
And it comes with 11:47 remaining to be played. Take a quick break, come back with more Texas High School playoff football for you right after this here on Texan Live. Other scores tonight, 3A Division II, Canadian leading Gunter 17-3 in the second. And we'll have more for you as we move throughout the course of the evening. After the timeout used by Carthage. By the way, that is their second, as Bert noted. It is 1st and 10. And they'll run it here with Brown Hoskins. He go. Sure enough, 43-yard touchdown.
Wow, what a big hole right there. And there was absolutely nobody back in the middle of the field. He turned north and south and turned on the Jets. All of a sudden, Carthage jumps up 13-0 here, 11:38 to go. And, you know, Lampasas is one of those teams. They got to find some way to get something going offensively, move the ball downfield and pick up some kind of score here, slow momentum down.
Well, they were doing that on the last drive, just not enough, though. Phillips to attempt the point after. And it's good. 11:38 to go to the break. Bulldogs now lead the Badgers 14-0. More Texas High School playoff football for you after this here on Texan Live. Cavante Brown Hoskins running in from 43 yards out. PAT by Brennan Phillips good, and Carthage leading by a score of 7-0 over the Badgers from Lampasas. 4A Division I State Semifinal. Jason Metco, Herb Rocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lamberts. Beautiful night for football here at Burt.
Yes,
Fall has been kind to the Houston area this year. Bit of a short kick here. And be fielded cleanly at the 23 and up to around the 31. All right, the Badgers have moved the ball the last two drives a lot better than they did on the first drive, which was a pick six. But you've really got to put up points, I would think, on this drive or the next, or this might be a long evening for you.
Well, you know how good Carthage is. You talked about how many points they're allowing per game. So, you know, in a situation where you've already got more points up on the board than what is their normal allowance. So you've got to find some way to start your trend of getting on the board and picking up some points here, whatever that is. And more importantly, running some clock off and keeping your offense on the field, keeping your defense over here on the bench.
Ace Whitehead and the boys in blue start at the 31 on this drive. Going left, got a man wide open, caught at midfield. Everts breaks a tackle to the 30 and finally drug out of bounds near the 20. That's how you start a drive.
Well, and that was a great pitch and catch right there. That was one of those situations where, you know, you're so wide open, you're like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen here? But not only did Everts catch the ball, but he also picked up a bunch of additional yardage by turning back into the middle of the field there and then making a couple people. But that shows right there, he got a ton of speed too.
11:22 to go to the break. Lampasas, best start to the drive they've had all night. Whitehead throwing it, end zone,
touchdown.
Porter pulling it in, 20 yards out. Badgers back in it. Down 14-6.
That took 17 seconds off the clock, so I guess you'll take the 6 no matter how you get them. I said they need to keep their defense over here on the side, but in this case, 11:33 to start this drive, 11:16, so great job right there of moving the ball down the field on 2 plays and getting to pay dirt.
We mentioned Whitehead as the punter and the quarterback. He's also the extra point specialist. He is 93 of 99. And now he is at 94% for the year. 11:16 remains to be played, first half. We got a ball game again. It's Carthage 14, Lampasas 7. More Texas High School playoff football for you right after this here on Texan Live. Back at New Caney ISD, beautiful night for football here. Northern suburbs of Houston, it is 14-7. Carthage leading Lampasas. Jason Metco, Bert Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert. We're underway again with a short kick fielded by the Bulldogs. And they'll take it past the 35 to around the 37-yard line. Lampasas, 2 plays, under 20 seconds. 20-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Porter. That is Porter's 19th reception for a score this year. Ace Whitehead now with 52 touchdowns through the air, Bert.
Well, and those were 2 great passes. I mean, and we talked about it earlier. He had a touchdown drop. And so you look at the game and you look at what the score is and you think about the plays that did not happen. You know, you're 1 catch away from having a tie ball game here. Either way, we knew this was going to be a good football game. And Carthage comes out here. Let's see what they can do offensively here on this possession.
11-11 to go to the half. Kai Horton rolls out of the pocket on first down. Blitz, sack, back at the 30. Owen Seaver takes him down.
Well, and you got to give the cornerback some safety credit there too. That was a good job of covering everybody down. There was nowhere for him to go with it. Then the pressure up the middle right there. Outside rush though, you talk about sealing that outside, making him step back into where everybody's at. Good job by everybody there.
It's a loss of 8. Back to the 30. 2nd down and 18. I think the Badgers have awoken from their slumber. 10.5 to go till halftime. Horton sends a man in motion. Decides to run it up the middle himself. Stumbles his way up to the 37. Got some of it back, 3rd and long.
Well, that was a quarterback draw the whole entire way. Takes his running back, moves him out there to the left side, and then tries to cut over here right side. But the one thing, you look at a play like that, there was outside edge. Defensive end did a nice job right there setting that edge, making him cut back to the inside where he had help.
3rd and 11. Badger fans stomping on the bleachers here. Horton goes shotgun. Play fake and whistles before the snap. And a false start. They'll back him up 5. It's like a switch has been thrown on here for Lampasas all of a sudden.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, you say that, and then the next breath, you'll snap off a 48-yard or in this case, a 60-plus yard touchdown run. So, again, this Carthage offense is definitely exciting. And let's see if Lampasas can get momentum back on their side completely and get a stop here on 3rd and looks like around 17. Looking up at the board trying to get some help here. This 3rd and 11 up there. 3rd and 16 here to go for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 16 and a half. Horton with time. Feels the pressure. Now in trouble. Hit as he throws. Near side intercepted.
That may go. He may go. He got a lane down his side. 1 man to beat. Did he stay in bounds? Touchdown. Holy cow, what a play. We are an extra point away from a tie ball game.
That is Case Brister with a pick 6. And it is 14-13.
By the way, I am the owner of the company, so I started this company 7 years ago. One of the first companies to have a contract with Fox Sports Southwest. If you can't tell, I love high school football and love being near the middle of it. We are going to do right at 800 games this year, all throughout the state of Texas. So we're going to do about 144 high school football playoff games.
Unreal. Each team now with a pick 6. Whitehead, the PAT, good. We are tied. 9:04 to go. First half. All square at 14. Carthage and Lampasas. More Texas high school football for you after this here on Texan Live. 6. So we've had a pair of pick 6s in this game. And we're tied. Carthage and Lampasas. The winner will take on either Waco La Vega or Springtown next week at AT&T Stadium, Jerry World, the Death Star, whatever you want to call it. Jason Metco, Bert Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert. We all love Texas high school football. We know you do too. And we have got ourselves one heck of a great game just like that. Kickoff off of Whitehead's toe. Field at the 26. And up to around the 36. Now, how does Carthage respond? Because Horton has thrown his 6th interception of the season. And now we have a late flag coming in. Badger's saying this is on the guys who returned the football, not us.
Well, you talked about momentum. Holy cow. You said, did it change? And it clearly has. Leading 14-0. You look up now and you got a 14-14 ball game. And again, these Bulldogs, you know, they don't come in here ranked in the way they are without having the ability to win a lot of football games. But unsportsmanlike, wow. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Ball's at the 35, so that's going to move the ball all the way back to around the 20-yard line, maybe the 21.
I'm wondering if your Scots are out right now, how do you get the momentum back? Because you had at the start, the pick 6 got you on the board. Looked like you were doing pretty well shutting down the Badgers, and the Badgers do that 2-play drive, and they have a pick 6, and now we're all square again. 8:58 to go until intermission. Tied at 14, Carthage and Lampasas. 1st and 10 for Carthage. Backed up at their own 20 off the penalty. Kai Horton in the pistol on 1st down. Goes back to pass.
Got a man wide open.
It's caught. Grab inside the 40. Still going. That's Craig McNew. And McNew is down to the 30-yard line.
Well, McNew isn't on our 2 deeps either, so we got to add him to it. Just a wheel route right there.
Big plays abounding here in this second quarter.
You asked the question, what do? You do
that.
You do that.
Let's run a wheel route. 8:35 to go to the break. Horton out of the gun. They'll run it here with Courtney. Inside the 25 down to the 24.
Well, that was a shoestring tackle, stopping a touchdown right there, too. See if they don't go quick here.
Gain of 5. Horton, quick throw left flat, incomplete. Try to go to Dixon.
Well, and again, I know what they were trying there. They were trying to go quick tempo, but, man, you got 2nd and 5. There was a man coming off the field. They were trying to get an easy 5 on that. But now you got yourself in a situation, ball in the 25, 3rd and 5 here, almost probably in 4-down territory. But first things first, get the right play called here and see if they can figure out some way to pick up a 1st down here and keep the chains moving.
Courtney is the tailback of the pistol. Play fake. Horton throws it left. Nice catch, McNew. But not enough for the 1st down. Take it down to the 22.
Well, that looked like the man that's been involved in a lot of tackles here early in this ball game, Dax Brookerson. And he's been all over the field, coming up in the middle. And good job there of coming in motion and making an open field tackle right there.
4th down. Need to make the 20. Lampasas crowd on their feet, rooting on the defense. Horton out of the gun again. Calls for the football. Throwing left towards the end zone, incomplete. Great coverage on the far side that time by Cade White. That's a turnover on downs.
They wanted pass interference, but that was great coverage out there. Not going to get it. And, you had to stop the other way by Carthage. Now you got one by Lampasas. And so, great job right here. 14-14, 7:20 to go here in the 1st half. Now, how does Lampasas answer after basically having all the momentum back on your side? You give up a big play on 1st down, but your bend-don't-break type defense stands up and gets a stop for you.
Maybe another 1 or 2-play drive. They're capable of it. Whitehead puts Everts in motion. And they'll run it here with Jerome. And Jerome pressing his way past the 30 to the 32 for a gain of 9.
Yeah, a lot of the Lampasas fans. James Bam Bam Pierce, my general sales manager of my Dodge store in Orange, grew up over in that area and got a lot of family and friends watching tonight. So giving a shout out to Bam Bam.
Out of the gun, Whitehead on second down and short.
Got a man.
Going deep. Has caught at midfield. Everts. And Everts pressing towards the 40 of the Bulldogs. Second surge there, picked up a few more yards. 6:41 to go till intermission. We are tied at 14.
Well, and Jalen Porter was wide open, too, on the deep post route right there. Probably just didn't feel he could throw it that far downfield. Good job by Everts of picking up additional 5-6 yards after first contact.
6:25 to go until the intermission. Tied at 14. Winner goes to the state title game next week at AT&T Stadium. Whitehead, low snap, pulls it in. Going left flat. It's caught 30. Hauled in by Michael Murray. That's enough for a first down for Lampasas, Bert.
Montrell Smith there with the tackle, but like you said, not before he gave up enough yardage for first down. And right now, this offensive line, that's the one thing, the big men don't never get enough credit. They're doing a great job of getting helmet on helmet, allowing their quarterback to sit back there in the pocket.
Under 6 to play in the first half. Whitehead with time. Airs it out over the middle. Pulled in at the 10. 5. Lunging towards the goal line and short. Tackle at the 1.
Jalen Porter there with the reception. He's the young man that had the unfortunate earlier, but nice job. He made a couple good catches since then. And, that's the thing you like to see. You like to see your quarterback have confidence in his receivers and go back to him there. And good pitch and catch right there. And first and goal here.
Roll him down at the 2. Whitehead giving it to Jerome. Touchdown. Badgers lead for the first time this evening.
Wow. That's a statement drive right there.
Jack Jerome's 7th rushing touchdown on the ground this season. Now 20-14 Badgers with 5:23 to go in the first half. Whitehead to attempt the point after. High kick. Almost pitching wedge-like, and he missed it to the right.
Yeah, I was watching it from down here. I don't have my ultra vision in, but it looked like he pushed that one. So let's see if that comes back later on in the ball game.
5:23 to go until we reach the half. It's now 20-14. The Badgers leading the Bulldogs. Jason Metco alongside Bert Brocker and all of you. Lampasas fans making noise again. Quick throw to the left side, caught near the first down sticks. It's pulled in by Dixon. And he does have enough, to the chagrin of the Lampasas fans. It moves the ball for a first down. It is enough for a first. Down to 3:40 to go. Up to the 48-yard line is Carthage. Put a man in motion, it's Williams. And it's a draw play. Here's Courtney, stood up. Maybe a gain of 1. Bringing up second down and 9. With Bert Brocker, Jesse Wolf, and Russell Lambert, I am Jason Metco. Good to have you with us on this Friday night. The 13th. It is Friday the 13th. It's usually a good luck day for me because Jason and the whole... I've never seen those movies, actually. 2nd and 9. Horton going for it. Oh, incomplete. He had Williams, but just led him astray a little too far. 3rd and 9 on the way. Coming up at halftime, we will have the halftime performances of the Carthage as well as the Lampasas bands for you. 3rd and 9. Carthage in the white from left to right. Lots of movement around here for the boys in white. Horton to throw. Single coverage down the far side. Incomplete again. Tried to go the home run ball for Dixon. Now 4th down and 9. Clock stops with 2:42 to go until the half ends. Well, if you're just joining us, this has been a slobber knocker so far. We've had pick 6 for both teams. We've seen the offenses strike. Momentum has fluctuated. And as a result, we are tied, and now we have a timeout called by Lampasas. That is their first with 2:42 remaining to be played in this first half. Let's look at the out-of-town scoreboard here. Thanks to our friends at Dave Campbell's Texas Football for providing it. A plethora of games going on. Shadow Creek leading San Antonio Wagner tonight, 5A, 17-13. Waco La Vega and Springtown. That is a 21-7 lead for La Vega. The winner of this game takes on either La Vega or Springtown next week. Already in the fourth quarter between Texarkana Pleasant Grove and Midland Greenwood. And Texarkana Pleasant Grove with a 41-20 lead, and Wimberley is leading 28-9. After the timeout by the Badgers, they have 2 remaining. The Bulldogs have 1 left. 4th and 9 upcoming here. And it appears that Lampasas is going for, rather, the Bulldogs of Carthage are going for it. Ball near midfield. Horton high snap, pulls it in, throws it right. It's a pass here. McNew goes left and incomplete. Tried to go back to Horton. Not worked as advertised. Turnover on downs, and momentum swings back to Lampasas.
Well, not only does it swing back, but it gives them the ball in Carthage side of the field. So they got the ball on the 49-yard line. Throwback pass there that, that's one of those plays. It's a high risk and a high reward, but in this case, coming up on the short side of that, and Lampasas has an opportunity to make this a 2-possession game here. 2:35 to go in the first half.
First time tonight that Lampasas has had a drive start in Bulldog territory. It's at the 49. Ace Whitehead goes back to pass. Cuts to his left, feeling the heat. And will dump it off at the last second, incomplete. Boy, had a full rush in on him there. Jacavion Tuel, 6'3", 195 senior. The rush end was coming in late. Stops the clock with 2:27 to go.
Yeah, but Whitehead did a nice job right there, getting rid of that ball last minute, getting it back to the line of scrimmage, saving himself about 4 yards there. And like you said, he had a ton of pressure breathing down on him.
Again at halftime, the bands of Lampasas High as well as Carthage High will no doubt put on a show just as entertaining as this one here tonight. 2nd and 10. Low snap to Whitehead. With time. Deep ball, Murray. Overthrown and complete around the 15. Some of the Lampasas fans wanting pass interference, but they are a long way away from the football field.
Yeah, they are. That was a ball right there, though, that was thrown back to the left hash mark instead of that deep post route, throwing back to the inside and giving his receiver an opportunity to make, what would have been a very tough catch. Great defense right there. Good solid coverage, but you still want to give your receiver an opportunity to come down on one-on-one coverage like that.
3rd and 10 for the Badgers. Leading 20-14. Winner goes to the state title game. Whitehead, 7-step drop. Scrambles. Has running room if he wants. Instead he throws low and incomplete. Fans want flags again. Tried to go to Webb. It's 4th down. I mean, he could have picked up maybe 5 had he decided to run, but it wasn't going to be enough.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. I mean, he would have had to make somebody miss, but 2:11 to go. They did not take off much time, and they had really, really put themselves in a great situation there, taking over on the 49. Now they will drop back in conventional punt formation.
Whitehead has kicked one for a touchback tonight, and he's also kicked one inside the 5. And this one is a pretty good one that goes over a bouncing head there of McNew, and he'll pick it up, and he won't make it any further than roughly the 15-yard line. 2:02 to go, 1 timeout, and you're down 6.
Well, we saw it doesn't take long for them to score, and so this is a situation, and the clock stops in high school football, of course, and you do have 1 timeout in your pocket, so plenty of time here. Don't have to get in a hurry, but, you got an opportunity. You've had momentum on your side. You lost it. Now you have a chance right here before halftime. I was not here. Who got the ball to open the ball game?
It was, I knew you were going to ask me that. It was Lampasas.
Yeah, so Carthage got a +1 right here. If they can go down and get a score and they get the ball to start the second half, how big would that be?
Start from their own 15. Horton on 1st down. Airs it out left. And incomplete. Just off the fingertips of the intended receiver. Tried to go to Williams. And Cade White in there defensively yet again. He's had a solid first half.
Yeah, White was running step for step right there. But you know what? He had a chance to catch that ball, did Williams. That ball actually got to his hands.
Clock is frozen at 1:56. Bulldogs trail the Badgers by the score of 20-14. Winner goes to Arlington for a Division I state championship game next week. Horton on 2nd down. Cutting to his right, he throws low, and it's almost intercepted. Dante Cuffey was in there. We've already seen these defenses with a pick 6 each. Now 3rd and 10, and still plenty of time here. 1:48 to go in the half.
Now it flips the other way. Lampasas, if they can get a stop here on 3rd down, they can get the ball back with plenty of time. And being the ball's on the 15-yard line, should get really good field position here. So, man, these two teams willing to sling it. And when you do that, it does not take much time off the clock. Players are getting everybody fired up. Everybody getting fired up here in this ball game.
3rd and 10. Horton goes left flat at the 32. It's pulled in by Williams.
Now Williams
he dropped
that
it.
ball.
He did drop it, yes. Well, he had Williams.
And that would have been a first down. Instead, took another 5 seconds off the clock, and this punt will be punted with 1:43 to go here in the first half. And Lampasas now has an opportunity to flip it back to their side where they can go up by 2 scores.
Horton is the punter.
Surprised there's nobody back on this one. Wow, he got off a good punt too.
And a heck of a roll. Inside the 20 and all the way down to the 12.
Wow.
You don't see that every day. 1.5 to go. Badger football up 6, 2 timeouts.
Yeah, 64-yard punt.
Just an average day. Waco La Vega leading Springtown 21-7. Game you can see on Texan Live. Have the out-of-town scoreboard for you at the end of our halftime presentation. Lampasas football from their own 12. It's Whitehead on first down. He gives left into Jerome. And Jerome up to the 13-yard line. Mentioned that Lampasas has the football to start the second half. Maybe they just want.
No, it's actually Carthage.
It is Carthage, okay.
Yeah. I had to turn back to my back.
No, that's all right. We knew it was one of the 2 teams, right?
Yeah, you had a 50% chance and you got it wrong.
Story of my life. Down to the final minute. Whitehead still with it. Now going to run. 20 and hit hard at the 25. Clock stops to move the chains. 46.9 to go.
Clock running, 45 seconds to go here. I thought they may call a timeout there, being they picked up the first down. They're going to let a lot of valuable time run off the clock here.
Whitehead out of the gun. Now whistles and flags. And a false start. 33.3 remains in the half. Well, Bert, we have had a pretty entertaining first half, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we have. This is a situation here where wouldn't be surprised if we don't see some kind of go route. Just air the ball out here and see if you can get lucky. 50-50 ball.
Down to 20 seconds. They'll run it instead with Jerome. And he's up to the 25 rather. This will be close for a first down.
I don't think. Oh, now he does call a timeout. Wow. Just when I thought they were not going to call timeouts and go on in and talk about it at halftime, you get the old curveball that didn't break.
You love those pitches, don't you? 12.8 to go until the half ends. We'll keep it here as we are approaching the half. Remind you that we've got plenty of games on Texan Live tonight. Have the out-of-town scoreboard for you during halftime. And, of course, we will see the wonderful performances of the Lampasas in addition to Carthage bands. We mentioned Lampasas not been to this stage in 33 years. They've never made it to the title game. What a run Carthage has had. 6-time the last 7 years they're here. They won the state title 2 years ago. And I love how they have on the far side of the field, they have both teams. They have the district championships listed. Also, whatever region they won and whatever district they were in their record. Lampasas, Region 4, District 14. The Bulldogs, Region 4, District 10. Probably the last play of the quarter here in the half. Whitehead throwing it left side. Nice haul by Everts. He's down at the 44. There's 4.1 seconds to go. So Metco spoke too soon. Maybe one more play now.
Yeah, they're going to call their last time out here. Got an outside shot of, throwing up some kind of Hail Mary here.
Scott Surratt, the head coach of Carthage, is its 13th season. Pretty impressive run that he's had. Lampasas Troy Rogers, he's a 1994 Lampasas grad. He's in his 4th season. Jason Metco Along with Bert Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert, and all of you on a Friday night in mid-December. Where there is a bit of a, well, it's not a quite full moon. I think we had a full moon 2 nights ago, but it is Friday the 13th, and the moon is pretty bright.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that is a full moon. There's not much left up there if it's not, so I don't know how many nights you can stay full, but
I think just one.
It's gorgeous.
It is. Had a moon set 2 mornings ago that was fantastic off to the west. All right, maybe this is the last play of the half. 4.1 seconds to go. Of course, if we have a defensive penalty, it's not going to be. They'll stack them with trips right. Lone wide receiver left. Whitehead. Blitz is on. And he will just throw it away. Well, it's picked off, actually, around the 40. This might be returnable. 40, 30.
He's going to go.
Going. Touchdown, a pick six yet again.
Wow. Well, you got an extra play, but boy, it's not one you wanted. Holy cow.
That is Mason.
Sixes.
That is Mason Bobo on the return. So much for just throwing away the football. Maybe that was the intention, but that's not what happened. We are now tied at 20. The Bulldogs are a point away, PAT taking the lead in the halftime break here. Brennan Phillips to do it. Craig McNew to hold. And sure enough, Carthage has taken the lead going to the half. What a finish. We are at halftime. Class 4A Division I State Semifinals. Carthage 21, Lampasas 20.
Wow. And 14 of those points are on pick sixes. Apologize. 12 and the 2 extra points. But again, holy cow.
21. We've had 3 pick sixes in the game. Each team has had one, and now we just had one from the Bulldogs. So we've got 3 pick sixes. It's defense, the name of the game. We will take a break for the half. Please enjoy the halftime performances by the fine folks at Carthage and Lampasas High. Again, 21-20 is our score. Number 2 Carthage leading number 6 Lampasas. The 4A Division I State Semifinals here on Texan Live.
Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Saturday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Texas high school football doesn't get any bigger than this.
For the end zone, it's a touchdown!
Fox Sports Southwest is your home for the UIL State Football Championships at AT&T Stadium. The battle for bragging rights starts December 18th on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go.
Boy, what a fun game we have had at this point. We are just about done with halftime. Caney ISD, Jason Medco, Bert Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert, and all of you. This is the Class 4A Division I State Semifinals, one of them anyway. And number 2 Lampasas leads number 6 Carthage by the score of 21-20. We have had 3 pick sixes in the contest. Javon King and Mason Bobo have them for the Bulldogs. Meanwhile, for the Lampasas Badgers, it's Case Brickster who has a pick six. So, Bert, as we thought we were going to see a high-powered offense against a very good defense, we really have seen that, but it is the defenses who have really stepped up here on both sides tonight.
Well, and the thing is, the way that half ended, and I was in complete shock, I'll be totally honest. I thought Lampasas, because of the way on first, second, and third down, moved the ball downfield, picked up first down, then they, still was all the way back around the 30-yard line, and I thought they'd do a running play. And I thought they were going to let the clock run out. Instead, they call a timeout, and 4.5 seconds to go in the half, they're going to do a Hail Mary. They put actually quads out to the right side. Of course, Carthage blitz, quarterback rolls out, gets popped right as he's releasing it. And you got to realize, you got everybody going to the house on a Hail Mary type play. So you got nobody back here other than linemen trying to stop the pick, which turned out to be 6. And, man, Carthage was in a situation right there where They had the ball with about 3 minutes to go. Looked like they were going to be able to flip it and get back control of it. Then, all of a sudden, 3 plays later, they're punting the ball. All right, and Lampasas gets the ball on the 49-yard line. So if they go down, they'd go up by 2 scores, and that ends up not happening. Carthage coming back onto the field here. But this game has just had, no way in the world would I have looked up at the scoreboard, and if you said the Bulldogs are going to have 21 points and 14 of those are from pick sixes, I would have said there's no chance that was going to be the case. But it is, and here comes, of course, the Badgers. And most importantly, I talk about special teams. I talk about mistakes. There was an extra point missed, unlike you said, kind of just a little pooch-type sand wedge-looking kick, but it went wide right. And that is literally the difference in the ball game. Carthage is going to have an opportunity. Momentum switch at least 4 times in that first half. And you go into halftime and you say, guys, especially if you're the Bulldogs, you got 2 pick sixes. And nothing against how you get it, because at the end of the day, the scoreboard is a scoreboard. And when the final second rolls off, if you got one more, you win the ball game, and you're going to state championship. But I can promise you wouldn't think that the 21 points that the Bulldogs have, 14 of would have come from pick six.
The winner of this game will play either Waco La Vega or Springtown. Third quarter, La Vega leading Springtown by the score of 27-14. Lampasas is in the blue and white. Carthage in the red and white. What will we have in store for the second half? Well, we're not in the prognostication business, and even if we were, we wouldn't be right, I assure you.
I'm going to go with a good ball game.
There you go. That's the best way you could say it. Very diplomatic, sir. So Carthage will kick off, or rather, the Lampasas Badgers will kick off to the Bulldogs. Ace Whitehead to kick it away. This is a short kick. Fielded at the 32. It's pulled in by Mason Bobo, who has one of the 3 pick sixes here tonight.
Well, and you look at that, you've got a lot of respect for the return team of the Bulldogs when you pooch the ball down to the 30-yard line, 31-yard line. But again, you're starting plus basically 11 yards. So instead of getting the ball at the 25, you're getting the ball at the 36. Great field position to start this opening drive here for the Bulldogs.
The offense led by 6'4", 220 junior Kai Horton. Putting a man in motion, that's McNew. And on first down, they will run the ball to the right side and up to around the 38-yard line. Mason Courtney, 5'10", 185 junior, picks up a gain of 3.5, maybe 4. Second down coming up. Wonder how key this first drive for both teams is here in this second half. Want to come out and try to hit the other guy in the mouth. But you know, the other guy can hit pretty hard right back.
Kind of a bunch formation here. Haven't seen that much tonight.
They fake it to Dixon, and they'll run up the middle with Courtney, who passes the 40, and he's up to the 43. Now much more manageable third down, and we'll call it 3. Beautiful night for football, mid-50s. Not a whole lot of wind to speak of, so the elements are not a factor here this evening.
Yeah, and we've called Dax Rickerson's name a lot tonight. He was involved in that tackle right there. Big play right here.
It's third down and 3. Put a man in motion. It's Dixon. And they'll run it up the middle and plenty of running room inside the 35.
Whoa, did he pull that ball out?
Might have. Courtney.
Oh, wow. The line, is he giving it over on that side? No, he's just telling him to move on.
Well, some of the Badger defense saying that they have the football.
They're not going to give it to him, but boy, that was a heck of a play right there. That was a strip play, and it looked like he had actually pulled the ball out. Now, when you go to the ground with simultaneous possession, they're going to always give it to the offense, but either way.
Courtney caught a break. Down to the 27. Horton. Again to Courtney. Courtney inside the 10. Down to around the 5. Mason Courtney slugging his way down. First and goal.
Cade White saved a touchdown, but he was hanging on for dear life there, trying to pull him down. And, you know, again, you stopped him from that play getting into the end zone. Let's see if the defense can bow up here. First and goal from the 4.
They'll give it to Courtney. Bouncing off of 2 tacklers, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Mason Courtney, 15th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Bulldogs put up 6 more.
Well, and they did that all on the ground.
That was the Mason Courtney Hour, starring Mason Courtney. That makes it 27-20. And Brennan Phillips will try to make it an 8-point lead. No, they run a sneak play and they go for 2. And they made it.
Wow.
Was not anticipating that. So it's a 9-point lead now at 29-20. 9:54 to go until we reach the end of the third quarter. Badgers football for the first time in this half after this here on Texan Live. Mason Courtney with a 4-yard touchdown run and a bit of trickeration. A 2-point conversion makes it 29-20. As Carthage, the number 2 team in 4A Division I, leads the number 6 team. That would be the Lampasas Badgers. Jason Metco, Burt Brocker, Jesse Wolf, and Russell Lamberts. Thank you for spending your Friday the 13th with us. You see Carthage kick here with Phillips. 2 men back to receive around the 20-yard line here for the Badgers. One of them being Jalen Porter. 9:54 to go in the third. And we're underway again. Porter from his own 11. Porter past the 25 and up to the 27. Well, let's see if the Badgers can score on their first drive of the second half here, Bert.
Well, you talk about a slugfest, and right now, I mean, that was just very, very impressive what the Bulldogs did right there. They went in and they said, hey, guys, you need to get helmet on helmet. We need to score offensively. And they did a nice job of running the ball and picking up first downs. And, of course, didn't take that much time off the clock, just a little over 2 minutes. Still 9:47 to go here in the third.
Ace Whitehead putting a man in motion. It's Everts. And on first down, they'll throw his way and incomplete. Actually, they tried to go to Webb. One wonders if Whitehead is still a little bit jittery after throwing that Hail Mary that was picked off the other way and returned for a touchdown in the half.
Well, and at the end of that play, he also got popped.
9:44 to go in the third. On second down, Whitehead throws the near side. Juggling catch pulled in at the 35. There's Webb. And now a manageable third down, and we'll call it 3.5, maybe 4.
Actually, I think they're going to give him all the way up to the 35. And
yeah, okay, so they'll make it 3rd and 2 here. Math was never my strong suit.
You got a lot of plays you can call here. 3rd and short.
Whitehead out of the gun. Jerome to his left. Man in motion, Everts. Whitehead runs it himself. Oh, I don't think he made it. No, he did not. Now 2 late flags come in.
I think they may get a face mask there, but we'll wait to see.
They came in at the end of the play. Burt, you got another one right. At 15 at the end of the run. First down, Lampasas.
Well, and that's huge because that was a stop. And at the 35, they were going to have to punt. I mean, you can't take a chance and go for it on your own 35. don't have to worry about that. Ball's moved all the way to midfield, and these Badgers keep this drive alive.
New life at the midfield stripe. 8:52 to play in the third. Whitehead throws it left. Good catch, Everts. And out of bounds along the near sideline around the 40. That's a gain of 10. Move the sticks or Lampasas, another first down.
Yeah, but again, you talk about the offensive line. That was a late drag route that came open. He looked at 3 different options before that play came open.
Whitehead on first down. Throws again, Everts.
He may be gone.
Everts inside the 10. He is gone. Touchdown, Lampasas. 40 yards, Whitehead to Everts. And the Badgers are back in it.
Yeah, and I talked about Everts earlier. I remember on the play over here saying how much speed he had. And right there, he just turned the Jets on. Just a seam route right there. Good pitch and catch, and he did what he was supposed to. Made that first arm tackle miss and got to pay dirt.
The deficit is now 3 at 29-26. Whitehead to attempt the point after. Placement down. The kick is up. Again, a high pitching wedge, but this time it's good. Makes it a 2-point game. 8:37 remains in the third. The Bulldogs 29, the Badgers 27. We're back after this. This is the 4A Division I State Semifinals on Texan Live. Cameron Everts, who is going to the Air Force Academy next year, flew like an F-16 Hornet. 8:37 to go. 29-27. What a contest here tonight. Jason Metco, Burt Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert. Ball teed up the left 40. Whitehead got a pooch kick. Field at the 20 to the 30. And up to around the 32, 33-yard line. That ball came out, or did it? Yes. Looks like it did. No signal. Now they're saying he was down. All right. Lampasas fans are ready to jump up and down on the bleachers on the near side. But ruled down, and the ball will remain with the Bulldogs.
Well, we got to make sure we say Carthage. One of the things that's great about the great state of Texas, boy, if you do something wrong, the fans out there will let you know it. So just looking here on Twitter, I'll make sure. So there you go. If anything else we're doing wrong, just let us know. It's Carthage from here out.
Carthage from the 32. And Horton will dump it off on a screen. Nice pull in Courtney. Mason Courtney to the midfield stripe. Still dancing around. And tumbles his way into Badger territory all the way down to the 41. How about those moves from Mason Courtney?
You can tell which side of the booth we're on. We're over here on the Lampasas side, and of course, everybody up here screaming they thought they saw a hole. No flags on the field, and what a big first down play right there. You know, had everybody coming up the middle right there. Did the Badgers, and just great job of setting up that screenplay out there on that left side.
Horton sending a man in motion. It's Dixon. They'll feed Dixon. Cavante to the 35. Thrusted back a little. They'll say he made the 36. 8 minutes to go in the third. Carthage leading by the score of 29-27 on Lampasas. Winner goes to the state championship in 4A Division I. 7:50 and counting to go in the third. If you're just joining us, where have you been? Badger fans being implored by their defense. 2nd and 5. Horton feeding it to Courtney. First down as he tumbles towards the 30. They'll rule him down at the 31.
Keegan Richardson there with the shoestring tackle, though. Looked like that play was going to be potentially a gigantic play, if not a touchdown, but reached in there, and Richardson just got enough of the shoestring to bring him down.
Down to 7:20 to go in the third. Carthage's lead is 2. Horton shifting Dixon to the left side of the formation. Horton back to pass. Still with the football. And now finally taken down. Case Brister. Once again, the Lampasas fans thinking that was a fumble, but not the case. Case Brister, who has a pick 6 tonight, registered with a sack.
Well, Boom Mike's on this side. You hear him pretty fired up. So, again, one of those situations where he was clearly in the grass, but not so sure the ball right at the tail end of that. Either way, brings up a 2nd and long here.
There is replay at the state championship level. Just throw that out there. 2nd and a mile at the 41. Horton lost the snap. And we'll throw it away to the right side.
That's not intentional grounding. Of course, the fans wanted, he was outside the pocket. Ball crossed back over the 40-yard line before it went out of bounds.
What a recovery by Horton just to make that play. That could have been disastrous.
And a heads-up play by Horton there to just make sure he got outside of the pocket and then throw it back past the line of scrimmage. So that's the thing that gets forgotten a lot of times. You just throw it away. But if you don't get it back to the line of scrimmage, it's still intentional grounding even if you're outside the pocket.
3rd and 20. Horton dumps it off left. Oh, Courtney's in trouble. Thrusted back at the 50.
John Long there, the big man, coming from his defensive line position, and absolutely lit him up.
The Badger defense in the postseason has allowed 14, 6, 44, and 34 points. And they just made a huge stop there to force a punt.
I can't believe they're not putting nobody back. It's 4th and 28.
Haven't seen a whole lot of guys go back tonight. Horton's kick. And it just made it into the end zone by about a half foot.
Wow. They got lucky there. I mean, that's just another one of those situations where 4th and 28, they send nobody back, and that ball almost died there around the 1-yard line, and that would have not been where you wanted your offense to start the possession. Instead, the ball's moved out to the 20, and that's where these Badgers will start this drive.
5 minutes and 19 seconds remain in the third quarter. Lampasas trails Carthage by 2 at 29-27. Ace Whitehead, the quarterback. Shotgun formation on 1st and 10. Tailback to his left is Jack Jerome. Man in motion, Michael Murray to the left side. Throw to Murray, incomplete.
You know, little things that you don't see later in the ballgame. That was a great throw right there by Whitehead, because had he thrown that ball back to the inside, it would have been a pick 6. And he threw that ball out there where his receiver was the only one that had an opportunity to even get a hand on it.
You just joined us. We've had 3 of those tonight.
Exactly.
2 by Carthage and 1 by Lampasas. 2nd and 10. Whitehead out of the gun again. Jerome to his left. Will throw on the run. Good catch, Murray this time. And pushes his way towards the 35. Gain of 15. First down, Lampasas.
Well, right there, Whitehead showing the ability to throw the ball over a defender on a rope. Nice pass by him.
Wasting no time here up to the 35. 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Dump off to Murray. Tries to extend towards the 40, taken down at the 38. Quentin Owens in there. 6'3", 218 senior.
Yeah, it's back-to-back catches for Murray.
Down to 4:40 to go in the third. Lampasas down by 2. Carthage by the score of 29-27. Whitehead with trips right. And they'll throw in that direction, and it's caught by Everts. And he breaks past the 45 for a first down. Off to the Air Force Academy next year. First down, Lampasas.
Again, I'm going to keep talking about it. Everett showing his speed right there. Catches that ball and darts through 2 arm tackles and keeps this drive going.
Approaching 4 minutes to go, quarter 3. The deficit is 2. Whitehead, low snap, pulls it in. Quick throw, left flat. Nice catch, Everts. Kids made some plays here in the third. Gain of 10.5. Another first down. Under 4 to play in this quarter. Slow and steady, Bert, sometimes wins the race. Lampasas in the blue and white from right to left. Jerome the tailback to the left. Whitehead pumps. Got Murray. Murray looked like he might have pushed. Now a flag comes out. Wonder if this is on Bowman. Penalties have been turning points in this game. We wait for the decision from the men wearing the stripes. And now they'll have a deeper conference. 3:30 to go in the third. That passes down 2. And here's the call, pass interference. It is called on Carthage. Boos on the far side of the field. Cheers and jubilation on the near side. Lampasas looking to take the lead back. They'll move the ball to the 28. Correction, 27. First and 10, Lampasas. Down 2 to Carthage. 3:30 remains to be played, third quarter. 4A Division I state semifinals. Whitehead sending Webb in motion to the left. Whitehead with time, going for the end zone. Incomplete, intended for Porter.
Yeah, but that was a great defensive play by Miles Halton there, breaking that up right there at the last second, because that ball was caught. He reached in there and knocked that ball out. And big kudos right there of saving a touchdown.
The winner goes to Arlington next week for a Division I state championship. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Whitehead and the boys in blue looking to the near sideline for the signs from Troy Rogers and the coaching staff. Jerome to the right side. Whitehead. Rush is on, sacked, back at the 38. Coming in there on a full sprint was Ravon Ingram. Ingram, the 5'11", 208 senior.
Yeah, and that was a blitz, and he managed to get through his block there. And then, boy, what a big, big loss. You know, you've got the ball on your own 20, or on their 27, and all of a sudden now you got a 3rd down and 21. And again, in no man's land, because you're at the 39-yard line.
Down to 2:45 to go in the third. Split backs for Whitehead. Murray, the man in motion to the right side. Low snap. They'll give to Everts. And Everts thinking about throwing the football here. And he is taken down for a loss back at the 46. That play blew up relatively quickly.
Well, that was supposed to be a throwback to Whitehead, and the defense did not bite at all. It was just a delayed, route where Whitehead's supposed to come out and do a wheel route. And now they'll be in a situation where they can punt and pin them deep.
And again, nobody back here for a punt return. Whitehead, pretty good right foot into this. Friendly roll inside the 10. And dies at the 4.5. Minute 52 remains, third quarter. Carthage 29 and Lampasas 27.
Well, you start out with 2 opening possessions, both touchdowns. Next 2 possessions, both stops. So momentum started, then momentum stopped on both sides, and 29-27, missed extra point, and then, of course, Carthage went for the 2-point conversion on kind of a hurry-up type play and picked it up and made it a 2-possession game, and that's why they have the 2-point lead right now.
Courtney in the end zone here is the running back. Horton, left side. What a catch! Dixon to midfield. Dixon down the far sideline. 95-yard touchdown for Carthage.
Wow, what a catch, but more importantly, putting on the brakes and then getting to pay dirt. Unbelievable job right there after the reception by Dixon of making his man miss. And he was absolutely out there by himself. And once he made the first man miss, he just turned the jets on and ran to pay dirt.
35-27 PAT upcoming. By the way, Dixon came into this game with 946 yards receiving. He's over 1,000 now. PAT, Phillips drilled it. Well, we had no momentum. It was a war of attrition, and then that. Dixon, 95 yards to the house. Minute 36 to go, third quarter. Carthage now leads 36-27 on Lampasas. This is the 4A Division I State Semifinals on Texan Live. Cavante Dixon, 95-yard touchdown reception from Kai Horton. Dixon earned every yard of that, too, past midfield with a great break. PAT from Carthage's Brennan Phillips is good. And now it is a 36-27 advantage for the number 2 team in 4A Division I. But the number 6 team still got plenty of time. Minute 36 and a full quarter to work with. Jason Metco, Rick Rocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are across the great state of Texas and outside that area, too. Kick away, fielded back at around the 12. Breaking 30 and up to the 33-yard line.
Did you see that kickoff right there? Little trickery.
We've had a little bit of that tonight, haven't we? We've seen kind of really every aspect of this wonderful game of football. Well, if you are the Badgers, you certainly have the capability to make a big play. But this Bulldog defense, Carthage, man, talk about this all night. 10.5 points throughout the season. That is the average points they have allowed. Fantastic. Ace Whitehead on first down for the 32. And they'll run it here with Jerome. And Jack up to the 35.
Well, there's no doubt you can score quick, but down by 9, minute 16 to go here in the third. Probably going to need to pick pace up a little bit. We have 2, we have 3, possibly 4 more possessions, but that would kind of be the max.
Put Webb on the right side of the line. Under a minute to go now in the third. Carthage on defense here as Whitehead is in trouble again. Escapes. Now has running room down the far side. And Whitehead out of bounds near midfield. Spot him at the 48. Slick moves there from Ace Whitehead.
That was a big play right there, and Whitehead did all that. He looked like he was dead to the rights. Looked like he was going to be sacked for about a 6-yard loss. Managed to break out of the arm/jersey tackle, and then not only get to the edge, but pick up big yardage after he made the man miss out there.
Up near midfield now. Whitehead throwing left. And to the 46. Cameron Everts.
Well, I think the big adjustments the Bulldogs have made is they're sending a lot of people, so they're going to have to go with those little sit-down routes, and Whitehead's going to have to get rid of the ball quicker, which he did on that right there and picked up 6 yards on that play.
Under 20 seconds to go. Whitehead going to keep it himself, trying to spin towards the 45. to the 46, and that will do it for the third quarter. 3 quarters are in the books. 4A Division I State Semifinals. Number 2 Carthage 36. Number 6 Lampasas 27. The fourth quarter coming up after this timeout here on Texan Live. Well, we have made it to the fourth act of our potential 4-act play. Who knows, we might go 5 or longer. Why not? 36-27, 4A Division I State Semifinals. I am Jason Metco, alongside Bert Brocker, Jesse Wolf, battling the elements of calm winds at 55 degrees. And Russell Lambert is back at our studios. What a ball game here, Bert. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really has. And, of course, great punt. Pins them at the 4-yard line. One play, 96 yards later, Dixon's in pay dirt. You go back up by 2 scores. Lampasas is trying to answer here.
3rd down and 4. Quick throw over the middle, incomplete. Tried to go to Everts. Now 4th down and maybe decision time here for Troy Rogers.
Yeah, King from that strong safety position did a nice job right there of getting that inside position. Of course, Lampasas fans wanted pass interference, but in this case, you have the right to the ball too. But looks like they're going to keep the offense out here on the field on this 4th and 4.
Well, Whitehead's the punter. He might back up. Well, he's going to throw. He does. And he has Porter for a first down.
Well, and I can guarantee these guys play 7-on-7 because that ball right there by Whitehead was relief before Porter ever came out of his break right there. And, one of the things that, you see so much now in the state of Texas, 7-on-7 becomes such a big thing. That pitch and catch right there. Good throw, good catch, and, boy, a big one it was. Keep this drive going.
11:52 to go in the ball game. Lampasas down by 9. On the move, though. Whitehead airs it out and overthrown. A little too much for Cameron Everts to chase down. 2nd down coming up. Clock stops, 11:46 left.
Well, and King didn't bite on that. King was running step for step right there. And good job by him of not letting Everts get behind him.
Just a perfect night for football here. La Vega now leading Springtown 27-14 in the 4th. Winner of this game plays the winner of that game. Here's a run for Jack Jerome. And Jerome is stood up at the 31.
Well, Lampasas had some good runs earlier. I mean, I know they scored the 1 touchdown on, I think it was about 18 seconds on 2 long pass plays, but, they're in a situation where they're only down by 9 points, but that was a good, solid 2nd down, 6-yard run right there.
Now 3rd and a long 4. Whitehead, Jerome to his right. Ace throwing and caught.
Is that picked off? No,
he caught it.
Wow, what a
Everts
catch.
Pulls it into the 18. What a second half from that young man.
I thought it was picked off.
Wasting no time. Running the ball, Jerome bouncing his way down to around the 10. Run to the left side here. And down to around the 3 or 4. That's Dante Cuffey.
And they're going to... Are they going to give him the first down there? Yes, they are. And the ball is actually going to be around the 8-yard line, high in the sky here from Randall Reed Stadium. 1st and goal. 10:33 to go in this ball game. Clock running. Badgers trying to make it a 3-point game.
Cuffy to the right of the formation. Whitehead low snap, whistles before. Flags.
Well, and I'm not so sure that wasn't a good thing because I'm not so sure Whitehead didn't go down to a knee there when he.
Call a false start on Everts.
Yeah, but Whitehead, that ball was extremely low, and it looked like he may have went down and put a knee down. So this way they just back up 5. Still got first and goal from the 13 instead of second and goal from around the 15.
The clock is now becoming the enemy as well here for Lampasas. 10 minutes left. Whitehead sending Everts in motion to the right. Whitehead thinking about running it. Now he has to. Down at the 13. Essentially no gain, second and goal.
Well, that was a covered sack right there.
9:35 to go in regulation. Winner goes to Arlington. Second and goal, 13-yard line. Whitehead throws left. Nice catch. Murray. Now a flag comes in as Murray is down to the 5.
Well, I know they're going to get some form of face mask here. The question will be is, did the receiver put his hand in a face mask or did he get his? And it looks like he's excited, like it's going to be against the defense, but they're still huddled up over there trying to make the final call.
Murray is signaling, my face mask was grabbed. Didn't you see it? My face mask. Well, one set of fans is going to like this and the other won't. They called it on both guys. Murray and Miles Halton for Carthage.
Hate to say that's the right call, but, you know, because neither team was, but that's really both of the players reached and grabbed. That's what I was saying. That can go either way. That was a great call. And, you know, and they got together there. That's the one thing, you know, crews get given a hard time all the time, but nice job right there getting together and making a really, really solid call right there.
So it's like the play never happened. They'll replay it. Second down and goal from the 13. Whitehead putting a man in motion. It's Webb. And gives it to his running back, Cuffy. Goal line. In for the touchdown.
I'm having as much fun watching the fans right in front of us absolutely go nuts here on the Badger side. And, man, what a good hard run and way to finish that one off and get to pay dirt.
So the senior takes it in from 13. That's a 3-point game pending a PAT here. Porter's the holder. Kick from Whitehead. It's true. 9:10 to go. Not over yet. Carthage 36. Lampasas 34. More Texas High School playoff football for you after this. This is Texan Live. Back to a 2-point lead for Carthage. Lampasas puts it in. 36-34. Lampasas has not been at this stage of the playoffs in 33 years. Whitehead to boot it, and he does. And it's bobbled and around the 20, and then finally picked up in the 15. And to the 19-yard line and no further. A little bit of miscommunication there from Carthage. That time Anthony Wilson returning it. And we will see Carthage back on offense with 9:03 to go, but they still have a 2-point lead, Bert. Jason Medco with you here tonight on Texan Live. Friday the 13th. It's not October, it's December. Winner goes to the state championship next week at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Kai Horton and the boys in white and red from right to left. Man in motion, McNeely. And on first down, a run up to the 22. A 2-yard run for Mason Courtney, who wears number 2.
Well, I'll state the obvious. This is a big possession right here. Can you take time off the clock? Can you go down and get a touchdown and make it a 2-possession game again? And more importantly, can these Badgers find some way to get a stop here, get the ball back to their offense?
Carthage with a slow, methodical walk to the line. Second down and 8, the 22, and now we have the officials getting together. They're looking at the play clock. And whatever issue there was has now been resolved. So Carthage will huddle up again.
Well, and that actually plays to Carthage's advantage because they reset it at 25, and they'll take more time off the clock here. They'll be right at 8 minutes, 8:14 to go here in this ball game.
The tailback is Courtney. Play fake for Horton. Air it out. Got a man. Tipped it incomplete. Intended for Dixon.
Cade White with a great job right there of turning back and looking for the ball, and he has a right to break that up just like he did. Great defensive play right there by Mr. White.
And now it forces a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. The Badger defense imploring their fans to cheer, stand up, get loud. 8:01 remains. Carthage up 2, 36-34. 3rd and 8 for the 22. Horton, left side, wide open, caught 40. Midfield and out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of blown coverage right there.
Move the sticks for a first down. That's Cavante Brown-Hoskins.
Coming out of the backfield.
Roam out of bounds. The Badger 49, under 8 to play.
Big thing is he had all kind of time. There was only a 3-man rush on that last play.
Cavante back there again, and they'll give it to him. Trying to move at the 50 and down at the 45. Probably wrapped up by Lampasas as Dak Brookreason. We've talked a lot about Dak tonight. He's been busy.
Yeah, but Brown-Hoskins there did a nice job of being, he was absolutely bottled up. He bounced off a couple arm tackles, got out there and got on the edge and picked up his team 4 yards. Brings us 2nd down and 6.
Clock ticking, under 7:20 to go now. On a beautiful night in northern Houston area. Both these teams have traveled a great distance to be here tonight. We're glad you're with us on Texan Live. 2nd and 6. Horton with a play fake. Horton goes left, caught at the 30. Out of bounds around the 25. The grab from Montrell Smith. That is the first time we've called his name tonight. He's a 6'2", 215 junior tight end. That's his 13th catch of the season, and it's enough for a first down, Bert.
Well, at some point in time, you're going to have to sell out here and come after him. He just has all the time in the world. Those are late routes right there, and that's just a situation where you let him sit back there, he's going to pick you apart, and eventually you're going to have to find some way to get pressure on the quarterback here.
A tick under 7 minutes left. I formation. Pitch to Courtney. And might have lost a yard. That passes D in there making the stop. It's Austin Kilpinski, listed as a senior. Lost a half a yard, did Courtney. 2nd down and 10.5. Down to 6:35 and counting. And once again, the Badger defense raising their hands in the air.
Well, you got to find some way to get a stop here. 6 minutes to go in the ball game. You do not want to go back down by 9.
Horton clasps his hands together. Going for it all over the middle, incomplete. Trying to go to Dixon, now a flag.
As great a game as Cade's had, I think he's going to get called. I don't know if he'll get called for pass interference or holding there, but either way, it'll be an automatic first down.
And it's been a battle most of the night between Cade White and Dixon, we should note. Stops the clock with 6:14 to go. Carthage a 2-point lead.
Let's go down the field and see what the call is going to be.
Sure enough, it's on White. It's a tough pill to swallow this late in the game. Moves the ball inside the red zone. And they will spot it at the 14 of the Badgers. Carthage leading by 2, 6:14 left in regulation. Number 2 team in 4A Division I trying to go back to the championship game. Horton with Courtney in the backfield. And he'll give to Courtney. Courtney inside the 5, still moving. And stood up at the 5 officially. That was a powerful run there by Mason Courtney. Can still pick up a first down. It's 2nd down and 4 from the 5, and now we have an injury. First time tonight we've had somebody go down. And we'll 2 players down. We'll take a quick break with 5:52 to go. 36-34. Carthage leads, and they're driving. Back after this here on Texan Live. Both players quickly back up. 1 apiece there for each team. Jason Metco, Bert Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert. We're in New Caney tonight. On a 40-minute drive if you're not stuck in traffic north of Houston. But let's face it, you're stuck in traffic in Houston a lot. What a contest here. 4A Division I State Semifinal. Kai Horton brings his troops to the line on 2nd down and 3 yards to go from the 5. And Horton throws, juggling catch, Courtney. He's in. Touchdown, Carthage. Mason Courtney from 5 yards out. The Bulldogs' lead is now 42-34.
Well, ever so important is PAT right here. Up by 8. You know, you can find some way to get a block here or cause havoc here. It's a 1-possession game. PAT goes up and through the uprights. It's a 2-possession game with 5:28 to go. And then time definitely becomes a huge factor.
Brennan Phillips has not missed tonight.
Oh, he
line drived it right in the back of the long snapper.
Oh, the hiatus was put on there.
That's the broadcaster's jinx, yes.
Wow. And that ball bounced back there.
5:28 left. Number 2, Carthage, 42. Number 6, Lampasas, 34. 8-point lead for number 2, Carthage. 42-34. So glad you've spent some of your Friday night with us here on Texan Live. Just past 10 o'clock in the Central Time Zone. Jason Metco, Bert Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert. This has been a dandy. The winner will play Waco La Vega. They defeated Springtown tonight, 27-14. So La Vega back to state.
5:28 to go in this ball game. Both teams with all 3 timeouts.
Short kick. 2 players run into each other. I believe Lampasas pulled it in. Yes, they did at the 35-yard line.
Brenton Webb got back on the ball there, but boy, very, very fortunate right there for the Badgers. That would have been a debacle.
It's like they tell you in center field, if there's a high fly ball, someone's got to call for it. Lampasas is down 8. 5:28 left. They'll start at their own 35-yard line.
How big is that pick 6 with 4.5 seconds to go in the first half right now?
Whitehead under center in the shotgun formation. And he hands off on first down. And tumbling towards the 42. We see the return of Jack Jerome. And here's Jerome again towards midfield. .507 left. Down 8. First and 10, Lampasas, ball near midfield. Whitehead puts Everts, who's had a strong second half, along the left hash marks. Whitehead pumps, going deep, and incomplete. Tried to go to Murray. Clock stops with 5 minutes exactly.
Well, Murray had the inside position right there and had a little bit of separation. Ball just right out of his fingertips. Talk about a game of inches, and that's one of them right there.
This has been a tremendous game. The winner, as we mentioned, will take on Waco La Vega at AT&T Stadium in Arlington next week, the 4A Division I state championship. Second and 10. Whitehead handing off to Jerome. And Jerome into Carthage territory to the 46.
Well, you got to believe with 4:48 to go in the ball game, you're in 4-down territory here. But first things first, on this 3rd and 5, be curious to see if they go back with some kind of run or if they go ahead and dial it up and try to hit the home run ball.
4 wide, 2 on each side for Whitehead. 3rd and 5. Whitehead running up the middle, well short. Only made it to the 45. He picked up maybe a half a yard, and now 4th down and a long 4.
Well, that was pressure right there because Potter had actually broke free on a post route. And, of course, Whitehead had so much pressure in his face, he didn't have time to look downfield.
Speaking of time, we have a timeout on the field.
We're just going to stay here. And, man, how big is this?
Well, it's big. You have plenty of options. You think about it, that's your first timeout. There's 4 minutes to go in the game, but really if you're Lampasas right now, it's if you don't pick up the 5 or the 4 in this case, your defense must make a stop. And by make a stop, 3 and out. It can't be, 7-8 play drive, or God forbid a score, because if any of those circumstances happen, then you're going home and they're going to Arlington.
Well, and the thing is, though, don't forget you gave up a 96-yard touchdown on the 3rd possession. First possession, Carthage scored. Second possession, they got stopped. Third possession, great punt, pinned them deep. First play, Dixon, 96 yards later. And hadn't had no pick sixes.
Not in this half, anyway.
In this half. 3 in the ball game, but
here we go, 4th and 4. Need to make the 41.
It looks like they're not blitzing, even though there they sneak up on that outside.
Whitehead back to pass, going to run instead. First down and more. Whitehead to the 30. And inside the 30, down to around the 27. Ace Whitehead making it happen with his feet.
Well, and he ran through an arm tackle right there, and then great job by Porter of getting a block downfield, and Whitehead just kind of put his hand on his back.
Oh, wait, we have a flag.
Whoa.
We have a flag at the line of scrimmage, and it's a hold on Lampasas.
Wow, did not see that one. .352 now, 2 timeouts.
Talk about a backbreaker. That doesn't shatter the back, but it's a pretty big wound.
But now you got 4th and 14, and you almost have to punt the ball here with 4 minutes to go.
Whitehead, he is the punter. We've seen a lot of quick kicks from him tonight. Low snap, Whitehead going to throw. He airs it out. He has Everts.
What a
and he
catch!
caught it.
Holy cow, triple coverage right there. And Everts goes up somehow or another, and the one that comes down with the ball. What a catch right there by Everts.
Air Force Academy really pleased they're getting this young man to the 21, first down. Again to Everts, tipped and incomplete.
Woo, dodged a bullet right there.
Carthage almost had it picked off. Clock stops, 3:34 to go. Well, just when you think one team is completely running away with this game, it's not the case at all. Now we have a stoppage here. And this is for a quick injury. Player will walk off the field. That's Ingram, who's had a couple of key tackles here tonight.
Well, and I think the main thing is they had to stop play instead of letting play continue there. So kind of like when your helmet comes off, I think they'll make him come off a play here unless, and Carthage doesn't want to burn a timeout because they still have the Bulldogs all three, so.
Has to sit out for at least one play.
You can tell by that's not where he's wanting to be, but that's where he'll have to be, like you said, for one play. Second down and 10, 3:34 to go here in this ball game.
Whitehead. 4 wide trips left. Whitehead throws left. It's caught. Inside the 15, down to around the 12. Not enough for the first down, but we got third and a short one coming up. .315 and ticking.
Well, and that's the thing. You want to score, you want to get the 2-point conversion, but with the Bulldogs having all 3 timeouts, I mean, you're just in no man's land here. You know, you go quick and you're going to give them the ball back with a lot of time.
Whitehead throws. It's caught. Everts to the goal line. Touchdown. Lampasas flying high.
Well, and that right there again, Everett did a nice job of putting the stop on right there, cutting back to the inside and getting to pay dirt. And, of course, you know, me being short like I am, the fans are absolutely excited. They're high on their feet right here. And, well, 2:49 to go in the ball game. Going for 2 here and an opportunity to tie this ball game up after the missed PAT. If you don't, probably looking at an onside kick coming.
Whitehead to try to tie the game. Rolling right, throws end zone, caught. 2-point conversion is good. Porter pulls it in. We're tied at 42.
I said we were going to have a good ball game. You said we could get extra out of this.
We had someone in the booth say at halftime, what if it goes to overtime? We're not at that point yet, but we are tied at 42. 2:49 remains in regulation. Back after this. This is the 4A Division I State Semifinals on Texan Live. Somewhere in the state of Texas tonight, Waco La Vega is saying, hey, Carthage and Lampasas, play all night. And then play some more tomorrow morning if you need to. Tied at 42. Lampasas and Carthage. The winner will play La Vega at ATT Stadium next week for the 4A Division I State Championship game. Ace Whitehead connecting with Cameron Everts. Going to the Air Force Academy. The 2-point conversion to Porter. Good. Tie game. Kick away from Whitehead. Fielded at the 32, albeit not very cleanly. 2:49 to go. Carthage football. And Carthage has all 3 of their timeouts.
Schumacher did call for a fair catch there. Like you said, though, right as he caught that ball, his feet kind of came out from underneath him. But good job of securing the ball. 2:49 to go in this ball game. Bulldogs, all 3 timeouts. Bowdgers with 2. This is as good as it gets. I hope you're enjoying tonight.
I know I am. This is fun. Kai Horton, shotgun formation on first down. Horton pumps, going for double coverage. Incomplete. Intended receiver was Dixon.
Dax Brickerson. Man, what a ball game he's had.
Down to 2:41 left.
And he did a good job there turning back at the last second, finding the ball and knocking it, but again, didn't take hardly any time off the clock.
Tied at 42. Winner plays Waco La Vega for a Division I state championship game in Arlington a week from today. Horton, they'll run a reverse. Trying to dart back is Dixon. And picked up maybe, we'll say 4.
Great play right there by Brister, though, not allowing him to cut back. Nice job from his linebacker position there.
I'll give him 5. It's now 3rd and 5. Can the Badger defense answer? 2:10 to go in regulation, tied at 42. Badger defense at the bench imploring their fans on the near side to cheer. 3rd and 5 for Carthage.
Packed house here at Randall Reed Stadium, New Caney, Texas.
Horton throws to the left side. Smith pulls it in. First down to the 44. Montrell Smith's second catch of the game, and that's a big one.
Yeah, it is, but I'm going to tell you what, that was a great defensive play right there of not allowing even a bigger play, because that thing was set up beautifully over here on this side. Number 4, Ethan Rasco, came all the way out there to make that tackle from his nose tackle position.
90 seconds left in regulation, tied at 42. 3 wide for Horton. Play fake. Over the middle, caught 40. And down to the 35. McNew, been quiet lately, not there. First down, Carthage.
Minute 17 to go here in this ball game. Looks like we have a timeout, and we do.
Timeout taken by the Badgers. We'll take it with them with a minute 17 to go in regulation. Tied at 42. This is the 4A Division I state semifinals on Texan Live. .117 remains to be played in regulation. Class 4A Division I state semifinals on Texan Live. Jason Metco, Burt Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lambert. Carthage and Lampasas are tied at 42. Carthage has 1st and 10 on the Lampasas 34-yard line. Man in motion is Dixon. And they'll give to Dixon on the jet sweep. And Dixon picked up nothing.
Yeah, Dixon wanted a horse collar, is not getting it.
Isaiah Rhodes, the outside linebacker, makes the stop. We're now down to the final minute of regulation.
Looked like the clock kind of went into slow motion there. I don't know if you noticed that or not. 50 seconds to go here in this ball game.
Carthage with all 3 of their timeouts. Second down. Horton still with it. Directing traffic, looks for a block. Past the 30. And he did slide out of bounds inside the 30. That stops the clock with 32.4 to go. They'll rule him out of bounds at the 27.
Yeah, I was a little surprised with the Bulldogs having all 3 of their timeouts not taken when they're with 105. But again, they know what they got to do. They have got to find some way to get a score. I have not, I don't know what the distance of their field goal kicker is. Have not seen nothing but extra points here tonight. So one of those situations, ball at the 32, that'd be still a 47 to 49-yard field goal.
3rd and 3 for Carthage. Courtney, the tailback to the left. And now whistles, and Carthage will call their first timeout. We'll keep it here with 32.4 to go. knotted up at 42, Carthage and Lampasas. The winner will play Waco La Vega. La Vega victorious tonight over Springtown, 27-14.
Shadow Creek, 45, Wagner, 21. So Shadow Creek in its second season punching its ticket back to the state championship.
Caught a lot of their games this year. It's a fun team to watch.
Of course, Lone Star and Ryan tomorrow on Texan Live. All the 6A ball games are on Texan Live tomorrow. Rockwall and Duncanville, Lake Travis and North Shore on the D1 side. On the D2 side, Geyer and Westfield and Westlake and Katy Taylor. We have all those games live for you to watch tomorrow.
Timeout is over. 3rd and 3 for Carthage. Put McNew in motion to the right side. Now, moving left. Horton going end zone towards it anyway, and incomplete. And now a flag. Dixon was interfered with. And the Lampasas fans, well, you probably know how they feel. 27.1 to go. Sure enough, it is on the Badgers. Cade White's been battling Dixon all night.
Well, and now you're in field goal range, or in realistic field goal range with 27 seconds.
Ball is spotted on the 12-yard line. 2 timeouts left. Horton with Courtney in the backfield. Man in motion, back to pass. Makes a man miss. Horton going to run it inside the 10, inside the 5. What a surge there from Horton to make it down to the 3 with 17.2 to go.
And how big was that? Because he looked like he was going to be sacked back at around the 16-yard line. Instead, manages to bounce off tackles and set up with 17 seconds here an opportunity for his team to potentially get a touchdown or a shorter field goal naturally. But one of the things you don't want to do right here is put the ball on the ground. Looks like they're going to line up and leave it on their kicker.
Horton now looking back at the sideline. Courtney is the tailback, and now they'll call timeout. That is their second.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to get it to a hash mark there. I was a little surprised on that. But, again, they do not want to put the ball on the turf. 17 seconds to go in this ball game.
So it was all about the defenses. In the first half, we had 3 pick sixes. The second half has been all about the offenses. And let's be honest here, whoever Waco La Vega has to take on next week at Arlington, they're going to have a tall task.
Well, and at the end of the day, that play, this Carthage Bulldog team tonight, that was a possession right there. They picked up a big 3rd down back here on their side of the field. And, it's just one of these games where they have fought hard. And if they come out of here with a W, it'll be well earned. And, of course, the Badgers, they're trying everything within their power here to find a way to either stop them, come up with some kind of a turnover, or potentially block the field goal.
Second down and 1 from the 3. Horton going to throw for the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Dixon.
Wow.
So much for a field goal attempt.
Yep.
Cavante Dixon makes it 48-42 with 13.8 seconds remaining in regulation.
Well, I hate to say this. We saw Lampasas score a touchdown in less than 17 seconds.
Phillips to the point after. Enough leg and good. 13.8 to go. Number 2 Carthage back on top, 48-42 on number 6 Lampasas. Back in 30, this is Texan Live. Number 2 Carthage, 49. Number 6 Lampasas, 42. Jason Metco, Burt Brocker, Jesse Wolf, Russell Lamberts. It's Texan Live, what a game. Carthage scoring a 4-yard touchdown pass from Kai Horton to Cavante Dixon. Thought they were going to line up to make a field goal to win the game with no time left. Nope. Go for the 6. Put up the extra point. And let's see if the Badgers can come up with something here in the final seconds. As Burt did indicate back in the first half, the Badgers ran 2 plays in 17 seconds and scored. Phillips to kick it away. More than likely short, but not too short. Short enough, fielded at the 40. Make it the 41. Pulled in by Cade White.
Well, you can use the middle of the field right here. Because you've got 13.6. You do have 2 timeouts.
And you've got one of the best quarterbacks in the state in Ace Whitehead, who, by the way, I understand is more known for his baseball prowess than football. Love to see him on the diamond. He's this good on the gridiron. Can't imagine what he's like. From the 41. Last guess here for Lampasas. Whitehead throws over the middle, wide open, where it's caught by Porter. Porter still on his feet. Porter outside at the 21 with 2.6. Well, he got one shot here.
All he knows to go down and call timeout, but instead he manages to get out of bounds and only took about 2.5 seconds there to pick up the extra. But it's real simple. This is your ball game.
And we have a timeout. We're not going anywhere.
Absolutely not. Wow. You said, what would the second half be? And I said, a good ball game.
Yeah, you were right.
It has lived up to every billing of how good it was supposed to be. Both of these teams, first half, scored touchdowns in a different way than you thought they would. Went in, Bulldogs up 21-20 over the Badgers. And then, of course, second half was tied up 42-42. Bulldogs went down, got the go-ahead touchdown when it looked like they were going to set up and potentially just set it up for the winning field goal. Instead, throws it to Dixon, gets the touchdown, left 13.8 on the clock, and guess what? Lampasas is going to have a chance to get a score pending PAT and a chance to tie this ball game up. And I just, wow. That's all I can say.
The winner will go to Arlington to take on Waco La Vega, who defeated Springtown tonight. It's not as close a game as this, that's for sure. One play, barring a defensive penalty. Lampasas has not been to this point in 33 years. They've never been to the state championship. Trips right. Whitehead. End zone jump ball. And it is
incomplete,
and that is the game. And it is Carthage going to Arlington as they hold off Lampasas 49-42.
And the coaches next door here to our right are from Carthage, and man, they are excited.
What a ball game. Congratulations going out to the Carthage Bulldogs. They will take on Waco La Vega in a week for the state championship in 4A Division I at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Bert, this has been a lot of fun tonight.
Well, yeah, and I want to make sure we say it. Fox Sports Southwest has television, and every game from starting on Wednesday all the way through the last 6A game is on television. Of course, Texan Live will be there. We'll have our live audio coverage because we do it every year, and we'll be there covering the 2A, all the games on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we take a crew up there and have for years. And it's just such an exciting thing. And, man, this is what it's all about. Every one of these kids played their hearts out tonight. Unfortunately, one team has to go home and don't get to go to the state championship, that being Lampasas. But, man, these young men played a heck of a ball game here tonight.
I think we had a heck of a broadcast. That was fun.
Enjoyed it.
Thank you, sir. There you go, boys and girls. What a contest here. It's all over, and Carthage is going on. Take on Waco La Vega in Arlington next week. For Bert Brocker, for Jesse Wolf, for Russell Lambert, I'm Jason Metco. Final score one more time here from Caney. It's number 2 Carthage, 49. Number 6 Lampasas, 42. For everyone associated with Texan Live, we wish you a fond good evening.